We're going to do a three-part series today about remodeling bathrooms. Any of these components can be replaced on their own, or by the end of this, you'll learn how to replace mirrors, countertops, and cabinets if you want to do the whole thing. There's not a lot to this remodel, and you can save yourself a ton of money if you want to take on these steps. The first thing we want to look at is the mirror. For this demo, we have a mirror that runs the entire length of the wall. And the first thing we have to find out is how it's attached to the wall. And the most important part is understanding if they glued it. Because if they glued it to the wall, you have a lot more work ahead of you. You potentially could have to cut out and replace all the drywall or have to do a lot of patching. So the first thing I want to show you is how to determine if the mirror is attached or not. So the first thing you want to look for is the brackets and how it's attached. You'll see that in this mirror, it's resting on brackets here, and then it's got another bracket up here, but that doesn't mean they didn't glue it. So the best way to check and see if it's glued is to take a thin object, anything will work that you've got, and kind of run it behind on the seams and see if you're hitting any resistance. I'm not, and so that's a great sign that they didn't glue it. So what I'm going to do then to see if it's glued any farther down is grab the mirror and just give it a little wobble. You'll see the entire mirror, top to bottom, all the way down to the end, is moving. That's a great sign. That means that they didn't glue it to the wall, so you won't have drywall work that you'll have to do. It's just a matter of removing the mirror and then replacing it with a different one that you want, or relocating it. So we'll stop now, we'll take the mirror off, and then we'll start to talk about countertops. All right, so if you look at these clips, we determined it was just anchored at these 2 points that are very simple. Just a little bit of pressure and they pop up. So that's easy. Pop up this one, pop up that one, have a person help you, pull the mirror off, and we'll see what's behind it. All right, fantastic result. This rarely happens, but what you saw when I waved the mirror was that it wasn't glued anywhere. So the drywall behind this, and this was the original mirror, had never been removed. The original drywall is intact. So this is great because even if you just wanted to go this far in a project, you can be comfortable knowing that you can pull off that big mirror and then replace it with like 2 single ones or whatever you want if you just want to update the look. So don't be afraid to take on a project like this. Really not that hard. There's going to be potentially some little holes you can fill easily with spackle. Remove the brackets and just spackle those. And a little bit of sanding, you're good to go.